good evening, and welcome to Tea Time.
Everybody, welcome to Tea Time. I'm so glad you're joining me. It is Monday, July 11th. Can you believe that already? Listen, I hope everyone had a wonderful 4th of July. You know, we were off and we did a rerun that day. I'm going to talk about my weekend really quick and then get to my guest. Friday, I was on set. I can't say much about it because I signed a non-disclosure agreement, but I will say that I was in Manhattan and I had a great time, and it's a major film and it should be out sometime next year. That's all I'm going to say. I came home Friday and collapsed. I was exhausted. I was actually on set Thursday and Friday. Saturday, I went to Connecticut to see my 95-year-old Aunt Vita Rizzo. There she is, 95, feisty as ever. And we had a great time. I went with my mom, my dad, my sister, my brother-in-law, and she was just so thrilled to see us because I haven't seen her in like 5-6 years since I went to go visit her down in Florida, and my parents haven't seen her since COVID. So we're going to try to make a trip maybe once a month to Connecticut to see her. But she was so happy to see us. My mother made homemade mutton gut and meatballs, and I made my homemade artichoke pie, and we had cannolis. It was like a holiday. It was great. And then Sunday's laundry day. You know, we all need clean underwear. So Sunday was laundry day, and I did some cooking. I made spaghetti and meatballs. I made chicken cutlets. So I did a lot of cooking myself. This is what I do. I'm old school Italian. All right, listen, I'm going to get to my guest. He is an actor. We are friends on Facebook. We actually bumped into each other Thursday on set in the city. So Domenico Del Giaco,
You said it perfectly.
is here with me, and it's a mouthful.
It's nice to see you again, Teresa.
How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
This is great. You know,
Thank you so much for having me on the show.
I'm so glad you're able to make it from Astoria, because that's where you're living now. But what's really cool is that we're, like I mentioned, we're friends on Facebook. We have a lot of mutual friends, like 287 mutual friends. And, you know, I do my research on everybody, and I'm looking at you with pictures with everyone I know, and we were talking a little bit before the show. But, you know, I don't know too much about you personally, so I want everyone to get to know you along with myself. And so where did you originally grow up? Because I know you're in Astoria now, but where did you grow up as a kid?
I grew up in Astoria, Queens.
You did? Always Astoria?
Yeah.
Never left?
Never left. Born in Flushing, raised in Astoria.
Okay, all right. I was born in Corona, raised in Bayside.
There you go.
Yeah.
Went to Bryan High School.
Yes, you did.
And then we went to the same college.
We
Look
did.
at that. Yeah.
We went to Queens College. And when you were in high school, were you into the arts? Were you into performing, or were you into sports? What were you into?
I was more into sports, actually.
Yeah, you are.
During my younger years, I was into sports.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I used to have stage fright, to be quite honest with you.
Really?
So the arts wasn't even on my mind.
Okay.
I was really good in hockey and soccer.
Uh-huh. Roller or ice?
Both.
Really?
I was really like excellent.
Well, I know you could skate.
No, in hockey.
I know you
That
could
was my
skate.
dream, actually,
I've
to
seen
become
you
an
skate.
NHL player. It seems so far-fetched, and, you know, having Italian parents, sometimes it can be discouraging a bit. But
Yeah.
it wasn't until later on, like after college, that I realized, I'm like, wait a minute. This should be my path. This is my calling.
Really?
Yeah,
But
sometimes-
what was that aha moment for you?
What it was, I was working at a bank.
Okay.
At Chase, full-time. And at the time, I wanted to do modeling, you know, catalog modeling,
Yes.
magazines and stuff like that.
Yeah, print work.
Pharmaceutical
stuff.
print, right.
Right.
And at the time, the photographer, she looked at me and she said, I understand that you want to do modeling and you're very handsome, but you ever thought about acting? Because you have an excellent actor look. And at that moment, it dawned on me, because when I was a kid, I used to reenact Joe Pesci and Robert De Niro and all like the great movies that we all love.
Yeah.
And then I actually considered it. I said, you know what? I wasn't happy working at the bank.
Right.
And I said, in
Wasn't
life, we
your
only have
passion.
one. You know that, Teresa. We have one life. We just have to go after our heart, and just whatever your passion is, just go after it.
Yeah.
And I'm a firm believer that if you really want to do something inside, do it, despite what people think or say.
Yeah. Well, that's what I love about you. Even though we just met physically on Thursday, I follow friends' posts, and your posts are so positive and
Thank
so
you.
uplifting. My go-to word is blessed. I am so blessed, and when I saw that in big bold letters on your Facebook page, that's what caught my eye, because I've been so blessed in my life with so many different things, and I love the positivity that you put out there, and I think it's really, really important.
Thank you. I try, Teresa. I try. And in this crazy world that we live in, you
It
gotta
is
be
a crazy
positive.
world that we live in. But let's talk about you. So you decided to get into the acting, and you studied. You took this seriously, and you're like, I'm going to go study.
So how it worked? In the beginning, I didn't know anybody. I didn't have any connections in the
You
acting
think
world.
with our big Italian families, we'd have somebody
Right?
in the
I mean,
business.
not one person in the entertainment industry.
I know.
Who does construction? Who owns a restaurant?
Yes.
But no one in entertainment.
Electricians.
So, right. Everything but that. So, I had to start from the bottom. I was just like you,
Yeah.
And what I did was I started doing extra work.
Yes.
Just to understand how a set functions.
So you went down to Central Casting? Is that what
Went
you
down
did?
to Central Casting. I registered with Central. I did extra work just to grasp the idea of how a set
it's like.
functions. When
Yep.
in school, when you study, I went to Stella Adler. They
Yes,
never
you
taught
did.
us what really goes on the set.
Right.
The camera setups.
It's more like technique.
the technique,
Yeah.
the lingo, for instance,
Yeah.
the blocking
Right.
for the rehearsals,
Yep,
for the
yep.
camera angles, and all of that. These aspects that get into filmmaking,
Yeah.
they don't teach you that.
No.
So they teach you more of a theater aspect, which is beautiful. I love theater, and I commend all the theater actors, because if you look at all the great theater actors,
Oh, sure. Well, most of the best actors started in theater.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely,
Yeah.
I love it. I go see Broadway shows all the time.
Yeah, I love shows.
It wasn't until after I went to Stella. So I went to Stella. We studied. We did everything on the theater basis.
Now, did you go to Stella first, or did you study improv first with
Stella.
Actors Connection? So
Stella.
Stella was your first stop.
Yeah, Stella was my first stop.
Uh-huh.
I was doing research in schools, trying to figure out
Where to go.
where's the best place to
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
So after that, I said, because film and TV was primarily what I wanted to focus on,
Right.
I started taking classes here and there.
Mm-hmm,
And, I studied with my great friend, mentor, James Ciccone. And
Yes. I've talked to James about coming on my show, but we have a little conflict because he teaches on Monday nights. So
Correct,
we're
yes.
gonna maybe pre-record something.
And I've learned so tremendous with him.
Yeah,
I've learned so much
yeah.
with James, and he teaches the technique of how to audition, how to
Right.
book work, and
Yeah.
I began taking his classes, and it wasn't until then how I, truly understood how the audition process worked. Mm-hmm. In the school, they prepare you to gain a role, to script
Right,
analysis,
right.
but to actually book work on network TV.
Exactly. What am I doing wrong during this audition?
Right.
What am I doing wrong? Because today, and as you know, with COVID, we had to become our own camera people, lighting people. It's a lot. It could be very overwhelming.
Absolutely.
I prefer to audition in person, but during COVID, and even now, there aren't too many in-person auditions. It's still, setting up a green screen or getting a plain wall and, framing and how
It's
you have
so
the
important to
camera.
understand these things.
Yeah.
In the beginning, it was quite overwhelming if you never did it, right? It's the first time Zoom. What's that? Now all of a sudden, everything's through Zoom. But actually, it was a blessing in disguise, and I'll tell you why. Because now you're able to do the auditions in the comfort of your own home.
Right. And if you don't like it the first take,
You could take a million takes up until you get it.
Yes.
The only thing I do miss is that human interaction with the casting directors.
Right,
Walking into
right.
the room,
Yeah.
saying hello, having...
let them get to know your personality.
Right. And
Yeah.
what's lacks
Right.
now with everything going remotely.
Yeah.
That you don't have that any longer.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it understand also when you do things remotely on the frame that you see on the phone, that's the frame that they're going to see when they tape you in the room.
Yes.
So now having a lighting, understanding how to put the light so it bounces off the wall to get great lighting.
Right.
The backdrop, the sound. It's good to know these things because
Yes.
now everything's it's all going to be remotely. So
Yeah.
whether we like it or not, we have to learn how to adapt. At first, that was kind of hard-headed, but
I know. So what was your first, you said you did background work and stuff, but was your very first gig The Perfect Man? You played a cop in 2015? Was that one of your...
I did play
Yeah,
a cop.
because you...
It was a while ago,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I did
Well,
play
going
a
back
cop.
to 2015.
2015, yeah. That was my first role. It was an
Yeah,
independent film.
but
I
that's
did
your
a
first
cop.
IMDb cred, so that's cool.
Yeah, it was great. It was game-changing because once you have that first credit,
Oh, there's nothing like
it's
it.
like a domino effect. Now you want it more and more and to build
Yes.
that resume of yours.
Absolutely.
Primarily, I get called for cops. you know.
Okay. Well, you've played,
Cops.
listen, you've played a few cops, you played detectives, you know, and like you said, you know, it's work. It's work.
Yeah.
And you don't know where it's going to lead you or where it's going to take you.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
You know, Teresa, I used to be afraid of being typecasted because, oh, I'm Italian, they're going to typecast me as a mobster, as a blue-collared guy.
Right.
Pizza guy, it doesn't matter because
Yeah.
essentially at the end of the day, you want to work.
Absolutely.
Know your niche, know your type.
Right.
And then from there, you take your range to other levels.
Right.
And that's what I've learned throughout these last couple, I would say the last 3 or 4 years that I'm taking it seriously.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to be typecasted.
If you weren't acting, Domenico, what would you be doing?
That's a good question. What would I be doing?
I try.
That's a really good question.
Good question.
You know, I really don't know.
Really?
People always ask, do you have a plan B? I don't believe in having a plan B. I don't believe in having a plan B, and I'll tell you why.
I hear you. I so hear you.
It's like, because when you have a plan B,
Yeah.
you're setting yourself up a cushion, right? In the event that plan A doesn't work out,
Right.
you have a cushion to
I
fall
get it.
back on.
Yeah,
and when
yeah,
you
yeah.
do that, you're setting yourself up for failure. That's my belief. I mean, everyone has their own
I
perspective.
agree. No, I agree. But I mean, you know, my parents kind of were like, you know, that's like when I went to Queens College, I majored in communication media. I figured I'd be a news reporter or something like that.
Right.
Anything in front of the camera because I'm such a ham. But, you know, yeah, I get what you're saying. But, you know.
Trust me, I have the same thing. My
Yeah,
parents are Italian.
you know,
I dealt with the
yeah,
same
yeah.
stuff. I mean, I'm just hard-headed.
Yeah.
I don't listen to what other people say.
Right.
When you really want something in life, you just got to go after it.
It's true.
Like-
It's so true, and really have no regrets. And I know that I learned a long time ago. Well, as I'm getting older, I learn not to take things personally anymore. And if someone does come at me personally, I kind of like let it roll off my shoulder. But it really is just, you know, going for what you want, and not that you don't care what people think, especially your family, but you're the one who ultimately has to be happy with what you're doing.
Of course. And now, fortunately enough, because...
You know. And your family's proud of you
Yes.
because you've been landing
Yeah.
such great stuff, which we are going to talk about. This man has been on TV. He's done short films. He's doing major movies. It's all starting to come
Thank
together
you.
now.
Thank you so much.
You know what I mean?
appreciate the love and support. And you've always been so
Oh,
supportive
thank
in my
you.
regard.
We're going to take out my first commercial break, but don't go away. More with Domenico when we come back. So where do you want to go tonight?
Why don't we go to Coasters?
Oh, cool. I heard it's a great place. Let's check it out.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Oh my God.
Coasters Tavern is located at 487 New Bridge Road in East Meadow. Their number's 516-557-2222.
Wonder Woman was everything to little girls, especially that look like me. She stands for being a voice for people that need a voice. My organization renovates homes for people with disabilities. And when I come home, a self-care routine makes me feel my best. I'm very proud of the difference that we're making, and to see that impact in my community inspires me to work even harder for everyone around me.
Well, hi there, Teresa. It's John York from General Hospital. I am just checking in because apparently you have a great talk show called Tea Time on Strong Island TV. I want you to have continued great success and have a lot of fun. It sounds like you're having a lot of fun, and that's pretty much the key to everything, isn't it? So continued success. I'm proud of you. Have a great day, Teresa. Bye.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Tea Time. I'm so glad you're joining me tonight. I want to thank you, John York from General Hospital, for your kind words. And Gina, my friend Gina from Rescuing Families. That's her in that Dove commercial. I'm so glad they picked her. Rescuing Families, as you know, is a nonprofit, and she helps people with disabilities. And Gina had her yard sale. I don't want to say garage sale. Yard sale this past weekend in Franklin Square. She's going to be doing it again at the end of the month. I'm going to put up those dates on my Facebook page. I'm here with my friend, Domenico Del Giaco, and he is an actor, and we've been talking about how he's originally from Astoria. He still lives there, raised old school Italian, and went to Queens College, Bryant High School, and got into acting. He got the acting bug, and he knew that this is what he wanted to do. And I think it's just in your soul. It's in your bones.
You got to be passionate about it.
You do.
You have to, otherwise,
you have to feel it.
You really do. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Anything you do in life, you have to be passionate about it.
I know. It's great. And we talked about, his first gig was playing a cop back in 2015 in The Perfect Murder. And since then, I'm just going to ramble on some things.
Sure.
You were in a short called Beyond the Pale in 2016. 2017, you did The Right to Live. And in 2017, you did The Streets, which a couple of my friends were on. You played a detective.
Detective, that was fun.
And you did Blue Bloods, too.
That was, yeah.
2017 was a busy year for you. You did Blue Bloods. You did The Jones Bar, which was also a short. You played a drug dealer in that.
I
That's
certainly
cool.
did, yeah.
It's nice when you know.
It is. You got to show a different range.
It's so important. It really is. And then you also did Jersey Mafia Chronicles, which was a TV series. You played an FBI agent in that?
FBI agent in that.
Yeah. You look good in uniform. You do. And then in 2018, you did Mob Diaries, which was also a TV series. You did The Good Cop. And then in 2018, you also did There's Always One. You played Victor.
Yes, the pizzeria manager.
Yes, and that was George Massimilio's movie. And I just finished It's Love Bro with George.
Oh, would you look? What a small
Massimilio.
world. What a small world.
so it's like kind of cool. Isn't he great?
George is a great guy. What a phenomenal director. Honestly, he gives you the ability to anything that you want to do on set.
Yes.
He gives you the ability to.
It's a very relaxed set, and he wants you to know your lines and direction, but he does let you have some freedom with it.
Some freedom with the
if
dialogue,
something comes
flexibility.
to your mind, kind of go for it.
Right.
He'll tell you if it works or not. So working with
That
George
was fun.
was
It
great.
was fun. It was an overnight, I believe. Yes, it was an overnight in a pizzeria, and we had to work over. That was an incredible experience.
We're going to be doing an overnight. I mentioned the Bentoners Boys to you. My friend Ralph Bracco, I don't know if he's watching. I didn't turn on my. I'm sorry, I apologize. I didn't turn on my phone. I'll wait to the next break to do that. I don't want to take away from my guests, but yeah, we're going to be doing an overnight shoot in Bethpage, which is going to be great. And that was George's There's Always One. And then in 2019, you did The Last Days of Legs Diamond, which was a short.
It's a little short. It was a period piece, 1930s.
I love period pieces.
I do
We
too.
talked
The
about
whole
that on
costumes
Thursday.
and
I
everything,
love
whatnot.
period pieces. It's so much
It
fun.
reminds me of my grandfather, being able to dress in that wardrobe
Yes.
and living that time
Yes.
period. It's just nothing.
Isn't it
it's
great?
Beautiful.
It's great. Tell me about Jimmy Kimmel Live.
That was fun.
You played a construction worker?
Well, it was a skit on stage.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Had that work. We had to. It was a skit. It was 3 or 4 of us, and we had to lift up the little guy in his show on stage.
Yeah.
That was fun, and Jimmy was awesome to work with. He was so funny. What a gentleman,
great.
to say the least. To go on stage on a live audience, it was fun.
Yeah,
Because we had to pick him up in the middle of the rehearsal and do it several times.
Right.
Then at the take, we had to get it right that one time.
Yes.
Not to mention, it was actually a real steam bar, or the steel bar.
Really?
Yeah. The thing
It wasn't
weighed
a prop?
No, weighed a ton. Are you kidding me? We had to put it on our shoulders.
Wow.
That was fun.
Oh, wow.
It was really.
Well, before we continue, you mentioned that how you went to Stella Adler, but you also took improv at Actors Connection. Did you
I
do
did
that?
take improv. I took several classes.
And how do you
Actors
feel
Connection.
about improv?
Improv is amazing.
Yeah.
Every actor should take improv
Yeah,
classes
yeah.
to enhance their skills. I mean, if you think about it, when you're talking to someone, having dialogue with someone, that's improv.
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah, yeah,
thinking
yeah.
about what you're saying
Right,
next. It's like
absolutely.
a tennis match.
Yeah.
Going back and forth, like what you and I are doing right now.
Right, exactly.
But improv allows you to be on your toes. So in any given moment, when they do change like a script, for instance, you're able to adjust
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah. 2020, you did The New Streets, also played a detective, and then you did the Steampunk Chronicles, which is
yes.
a TV series, also a police officer, and also in Now Again, officer. Let's throw up that picture of him as an officer, Bobby. There you are. And that was for which show?
This was for Power Raising Canaan.
Yes, Power Raising Canaan.
So I had a recurring on that
Yes,
as an
yes.
officer, and the series should be airing August 14th.
Yes, and that's
on
on Stars. Yes, that's on Stars.
And that was an incredible an experience.
I can imagine.
In itself.
Yeah. But it's lovely when you have a reoccurring character.
Absolutely. So
You know?
we went, I shot, they brought us in for episode 2.
That's great.
Episode 3.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I got COVID. I wasn't able to film episode 3, but episode 9.
Yeah.
So it was a co-star recurring throughout the
Nice.
series. It
That's
was so
great.
much fun. So much fun.
That's lovely. Yeah, I was going to mention that, but yeah, that's awesome. No, I love that. And after Now Again, you did Bridge and Tunnel. Bobby's going to put up a picture of that. Bridge and Tunnel was directed by Ed Burns, right? Is Bridge and Tunnel?
Yes, it was directed by Ed Burns.
Did you play a cook in that?
Yes, I was a diner chef.
There you are. Is that you? That's you.
That's it.
That's
Well,
it.
that's
I
the one.
try to coordinate those pics.
That was it. Yeah, I played a diner cook in it.
And how wonderful! Ed's originally from Valley Stream.
Ed is
I'm trying to get him on my.
stand-up
I'm
guy.
trying to get him on my show. I actually had Michael McGlone on my show.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Wow, very
and
nice.
and he and Ed are very close, and they've worked together a couple of times. I enjoy both their work.
To be honest with you, it was a privilege to work with Ed Burns.
I'm sure.
Such a down-to-earth person, very
Yeah.
professional,
Yeah,
and is
yeah.
creative. He's so creative in such miraculous ways that when you're on
Right.
set and watching him, it's like
Where did you film that? Because he loves
all
to
over
film.
Long Island. We filmed
he
all over Long
loves
Island.
to film all over Long
I think
Island.
we were in the 5 towns, in fact.
Were you? Were you in Valley Stream, maybe?
Valley Stream. That's
You
where
were
he's
in Valley
from, right?
Stream. Yeah.
We filmed in Valley Stream and then parts of the 5
I
towns.
love how he tries to highlight his hometown.
Absolutely. He's one of us.
It's
He's
awesome.
He's a New Yorker.
It's awesome. It's great. And then you did Tomorrow's Today, which Bobby has a picture of that also that he can put up. There's that. Now, on top of acting, just leave that up a second, Bobby. Thank you. On top of acting, I do stand-up comedy.
No kidding. There's a lot of
I did.
comedians in this.
Teddy
actually.
Smith,
There's a lot of them.
Janice. Yes, these are people that I've actually done stand-up with. Thank you, Bobby. And you were in that. And how much fun was that? Because that was also Greg. Say his last name for me. Greg.
I'm not even good with saying last names.
I can't.
It's like a really tough
Greek name. Greg actually starred in it and wrote it.
He did.
Yes. And it was called something else, but then they
It was
changed
called
Charlie
Charlie Boy.
right? It was called Charlie Boy, and then they changed it to Tomorrow's Today.
Correct.
And Kelly LeBrock is in it,
Kelly LeBrock was in it.
and Burt Young is in it.
That's correct. Yeah.
I love the trailer.
I didn't personally have scenes with Burt Young.
No,
but
you
to
didn't.
be on set with him
Greg did.
was a blessing. Greg did. Yes, Greg
sure.
did. It was a blessing.
Yeah.
And he
He's
he
a
actually
legend.
I think he went to Bryan High School too, he told me.
Did he?
I believe so.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a little trivia for you.
I think that's what he said.
I don't know. We can look it up.
We can look it up.
We can
No,
find
definitely.
out.
But
We can find out. But how much fun was that? Because now it's a comedy. It's like
so much fun.
a dramedy.
Yes, it's like a dramedy,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Yeah.
That was fun because we had different locations all over Astoria.
Right,
So for
right,
me, I
right.
grew up living in Astoria.
Yeah.
And having
nice
to film
in your
wa-
hometown.
It was beautiful to
Well,
film in your hometown.
Greg's from Astoria too.
He also is from Astoria.
Yeah.
He does a
Now,
lot of
how did
stand-up.
did you know Greg before, or did you?
I
see
did not.
It? So you just saw an audition for it?
To be honest with you, no. I believe
How'd
I
that work?
submitted. It's about 4 or 5 years ago. I submitted through Backstage.
Okay.
And
Uh-huh.
I got the audition.
Right.
And needless to say, I went
He
into
said,
the audition.
"I'm from Astoria."
Right. So as I was leaving the audition,
Prerequisite.
I see a good buddy of mine outside. I'm like, "Whoa, let's go with the small world."
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like it was such a fun experience because being with those comedians, they
Yeah.
brought so much life to their characters.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They have a lot of range in their when
Yeah.
building up characters, and it was
And what
Again.
part do you play? What do you play?
Mikey,
Okay. but-
FBI agent Mikey.
It is.
Mikey
Okay.
Greco.
So do you work closely with Teddy? Because Teddy plays a cop too, no?
I did not work closely
Okay.
with
Okay.
Teddy.
Okay. All right.
But
Wasn't
throughout
sure.
the scenes, seeing him do a scene was so much fun. That was one of the best projects I've worked on. I have to be honest.
I just watched the trailer and I was like, this has to be like a fun set and
Oh, yeah.
and just a funny set.
Lots of fun.
Yeah, that's great. And then, okay, let's talk about Gravesend. And Bobby has the picture with you and Willie and Bruce Sosha because I did Gravesend 3 times, and there the 3 of you are. And that was in, leave that up a minute, Bobby, that was in Miami,
We
correct?
filmed in Miami, yes.
Because I filmed in Brooklyn and I filmed in Long Island and Jersey with him. But you were in Miami.
We were in Miami, yeah. So I believe the first couple of episodes they did shoot in Miami of season 2.
Yeah. How much fun was that? Thanks, Bobby.
Amazing. I played a Sylvester Stallone lookalike. So I was in Miami and I said, sure, why not? I'll do
great?
it. And I did it.
Yeah.
It was an amazing set. William was great.
Oh, it's great.
The whole cast was incredible.
Yeah. Gravesend is great. It's on Amazon Prime. Watch it. Season 1's on Amazon Prime. And it's a lot of fun to work with friends, and just have a good time. That's why when I saw you, I was like, you weren't at the block party, were you? And you're like, no. You also did The Only Woman in the World. And
Yeah.
that was with Deborah?
That was with Deborah Markowitz,
Right.
yes. And we filmed, and Chris Cardona.
Yes,
We
yes.
filmed out in the island, I believe, in,
Uh-huh.
I don't remember. exactly
Somewhere
where,
out
somewhere out here.
Somewhere out here.
And I played an Italian guy.
Nice, and that was completed. And then you did Confess Fletch. And that's huge, because not only did you play a detective, but you played opposite John Hamm.
Yeah.
Tell me about
was-
that. Did you pinch yourself?
That was the highlight of my career. To be honest with you, honestly, John's a gentleman. John really was
I know,
phenomenal.
now he's
And-
doing commercials with
and
Flo.
yeah, like, to be able to work and, like, exchange dialogue in the scene with, like, an A-list actor is just a blessing.
Yeah.
And to be given that opportunity,
And where did you film that?
We filmed that in Boston.
Okay.
So how I got it was my manager got me the audition
Okay.
out for Boston. And
Right,
I went,
right,
I
right.
submitted, and
Uh-huh.
within a day or two, they got back to me, and they without any callbacks or nothing, they just
Really?
hooked it off the tape. Yeah, so
Isn't that
I was so
fabulous?
blessed. Wow. And then doing the scene with John, just the dynamic.
Oh,
it
that's like
gives
the
you such-
icing on the cake. That's like the cherry on. Yeah, that's just.
You know,
like
so at
whipped
times,
cream, the cherry.
yeah, being an actor and having,
Yeah.
you know,
Especially,
make-
when you see, it's like my mother. My mother's like, when I was a kid, I'd go crazy over stars and like, oh, no. And she's like, they all go to the bathroom the same way you do. And I was like, really? Like, you had to like just burst
She's
my bubble.
absolutely right.
I know she is, but to work with someone who you've watched, do you know what I'm saying?
oh my God, it was. One, in the beginning, I felt a little, nervous. Because, oh my God, it's
Yeah. Well,
happening,
that's
right?
normal.
We worked so hard
Yeah,
to get
yeah,
to this
yeah.
point,
Yes.
Teresa, and then you're there, and it's like you said, they're just like people, like you and I.
Yeah, that's
making
it.
a living.
And they started somewhere.
And you know what? And he had beautiful words to tell me in the green room.
Nice.
And at the end of the day, he goes, you really stand-up guy. Everyone seems to love working with you.
Yeah.
You have nice hair. You speak Italian. He goes, use that as your
nice
sword.
hair.
He goes, you speak Italian. Use
Yes,
that.
that's another thing. Domenico's fluent in Italian, and now which do you speak a certain dialect or the proper from Northern or
both.
Okay,
Dialect.
you do both.
My dad's
Okay.
from Benevento, which is a city, maybe like 45 minutes from Naples.
Okay.
And my mom's side of the family is from Salerno.
Okay.
down the Amalfi Coast.
Yeah,
Salerno,
yeah.
and
Nice.
That's also in the same region as Naples,
Do
about
you
an
get
hour
there
away.
often? Like before COVID, did you go there like once a year or something?
I used to go all the time.
See, I've never been,
Oh my
and it's
God.
on my bucket
You
list.
must go.
Well, my family's 100% Sicilian, so I have family in Messina and Catania.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? That's two of the most fabulous cities. You should go immediately.
I want to go. I want to go so
Immediately.
bad. But you know what? We have to go now. We have to go to commercial. So stay right there. More when we get back. Don't go away with Domenico. So where do you want to go tonight?
Why don't we go to Coasters?
Oh, cool. I heard it's a great place. Let's check it out.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Oh my God.
Coasters Tavern is located at 487 New Bridge Road in East Meadow. Their number's 516-557-2222.
Welcome to Sunday Dinner with Chef Clemente. This is an all-new show about family cooking, Sunday dinner, things we did as a child, bringing back some memories and some tradition. This is how this dish was born. I'm going to show you that in just a couple of minutes. So, the trick with the meatballs too, when you fry them, you don't want to overcrowd the pan too much. The drizzle, not too much of olive oil, right on top of that fish. So, a little flour. A little egg, cella luna, met somebody, everybody drink some wine. Prosciutto going. Pass them around, everybody eat a little bit, come on. You gotta dance. Oh, mama! Get together, go visit your mother, your sister, your cousin, bring some pastry, some food, get together, eat, drink, be happy. Who wants some linguine, clams, and pastry?
Girl with the radio on. I am Mr. Fire. I want to feel sweat rolling off our bodies in the midst of the heat. The way we move to our favorite song in the backseat, girl with the radio on. In the backseat, girl with the radio on.
How you doing? It's Sal the Voice Valentinetti. Why are you watching me? You should be watching Teresa Canastraci, Tea Time with Teresa Canastraci Farrell. And make sure you follow Teresa on Facebook, Tea Time with Teresa Canastraci Farrell. We'll see you there.
I love the way you say my name. I love it. Hey everybody, welcome back to Tea Time. Thank you, Sal the Voice Valentinetti, my friend. And I want to thank some people for watching. Hello, Michael Norton is watching, and Mickey and Ann and Bruno. Thank you, everyone, for watching the show. I appreciate it. Please like it. Please share it. Tea Time is on every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. on Channel 20 for people who live on Long Island and get Optimum. It's on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, and now we're on Twitch TV. So if you get any of those venues, and we're on YouTube and Facebook, and just look for Tea Time with Teresa through Strong Island Television. I am with Domenico Del Giaco, and he is an actor. We're friends on Facebook. We're talking about his career and how blessed we both are between wonderful family and friends and, being part of this industry and making movie magic.
Movie magic.
And, we were talking about things that you've been in. We talked about Gravesend and The Only Women, and the last thing we talked about was Confess Fletch. You played a detective with John Hamm, which is so cool.
Can't
really.
wait for that to come out.
You also pre-production. You play an agent in Brooklyn Betrayal.
Brooklyn
Is that
Betrayal.
something that you just finished? What did you do during COVID? How did you handle COVID along with the?
Honestly, what I did was
Yeah.
I took more classes.
Okay.
I seized it as an opportunity to keep studying and own my craft.
Right. No, that's very important. It really is.
A lot of people began to get scared because of the whole transition to remote.
Yes.
I took it as an opportunity to keep perfecting my craft.
Right,
Keep getting
right.
out there.
So important.
Keep taking workshops with casting directors, having your
Right.
face be seen,
Right.
building relationships, and that's
Yeah.
really
It's a lot of networking.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Building relationships with the gatekeepers.
It's true.
Every day, picking up a script, whether it's a 2-page, 3-page scene, just skimming through it, reading it. This way, you're always fresh.
Right.
You know, your instrument is always in tune. Basically, that's really what I did.
Yeah.
You know, there was no work. We couldn't work.
No.
So you had the opportunity to take classes and just stay
Right.
busy somehow.
What about the New York Conservatory for Dramatic Arts?
That was good. I did a class. I was taking classes with Anthony Grasso at the time.
Anthony Robert Grasso.
Anthony Robert
I've
Grasso.
had him on my show.
I've
I've had him on my show, and actually, he wants to come back. Anthony, I'm going to have you back. He's in Jersey. He's going to make the trip to Massapequa, beautiful Massapequa. But yes, he's wonderful. Love him too.
He's
He said
awesome.
I had him on the show. He's like, "Why aren't you on Law and Order?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And he's like,
He's
"We
right.
need, we need to get you on Law and Order." And I'm like, "Let me tell you something. The funny part about him telling me this is that my daughter said, you know, I get excited about things I book, you know, like
course.
everyone else. And so my daughter's like, "Ma, until you're on Law and Order, I don't really, nah.
Law and Order.
Let me know when it's Law and Order."
It's like a stepping
That's what she
stone,
tells
that's
me.
why.
Because it's your passage. It's your
It's
yellow
like,
brick
I'm trying
road.
to get on Law and Order myself.
right?
It's like a stepping stone
Yeah,
for every actor
yeah,
beginning.
yeah. So when my daughter's pretty funny. She's like, "When you're on Law and Order, then come talk to me about it." So when Anthony said that to me, I was like, "Yeah, let's get me on Law and Order," because he was on that and he was great on it too.
Oh,
so
he was great.
he's fabulous.
He's so
I
talented.
love his work.
He's
I really
so
do.
talented.
I hope I get to work with him one day. Really, I hope I get to work with you one day. I hope I get to work with a lot of
Likewise.
people. No, I see it all happening. I see it. You have to put it out into the universe, Domenico.
Absolutely. Manifest and it comes through.
It's true. It's true. So, what are you manifesting these days?
I manifest. They say you gotta see it and believe it in
Yeah.
order for it to come true.
Yeah, yeah.
So every day I live as if I already have it.
Do you meditate?
I should do more of that.
Yeah, me too.
I should do more of that. But my meditation is going to the beach. That's my sanctuary.
That is your happy place.
I go to the beach. I
Yes.
walk. I listen to music.
Yeah.
I swim. I love to swim.
Right.
So I go
Yeah,
out
yeah,
deep
yeah.
in the ocean and just swim
Nice.
back and forth.
Yeah.
You know, they whistle me sometimes, but I don't care.
Well, there's a few sharks.
A few.
I don't know, in the water these days,
I don't
and
think
they're trying to keep us safe with drones and stuff like that.
No, I get it. I mean, they're just whistling at me for my safety.
Do you prefer the beach compared to a pool?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I do too. I do
I
too.
love the beach.
Sand in your toes.
My dream is to live on the beach one day.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be
You know.
nice.
When I land the motion picture or lead role in a series, I'm going to invest money and I want to live on the beach.
Yeah.
I don't know if
yeah.
New York will be my
well,
home.
have you ever been
but
to Hawaii?
No.
Okay, listen. Like I need to get to
Really?
Italy. You need to get to Hawaii.
Fine.
I've been there twice, and they say it's where God vacations.
I bet.
And it is unbelievable.
It looks
Just
surreal.
unbelievable.
So
It's
breathtaking.
It
The
is.
mountains.
I want to travel, people.
Oh.
My cousin's getting married next month in Greece, and it's not going to work out for me to go. And my girlfriend and I were trying to look into getting it at another time, and tickets are like tough to get.
Oh God, they're
really
expensive
tough to
now.
get, and very, very. That's another thing. I don't know if I might have to wait till next year for the prices to come down, as far as
Gosh, I mean, the prices-
especially Europe.
Prices of tickets are absurd at this
Oh
point.
yeah. So how long's the flight to Italy? Like 10, 11 hours?
About 7-8 hours.
Really?
Going.
All right, that's doable.
Coming back, it could be like anywhere from 9.
Yeah,
10,
yeah. It's
10
always
hours.
faster or slower going.
It's
one
always,
way
I
than the
believe,
other.
faster going. I
Yeah,
believe,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I usually fall asleep, so I really don't.
That's what I want to do after a couple of Xanax. Yeah.
But yeah, it's 10 hours around there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine filming a movie there?
That's also what I manifest every day, Teresa. You know,
We should write something. Let's write something.
we should.
Let's
We
do a
should.
short. Let's write a short.
Oh my God.
We can vision
Work
it.
in
Can you
Italy is like
envision it?
one of my dreams.
Let's do a short. Like I could play your older sister. And
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's
I'm
just
totally
write
with
something,
it.
and we can film it there.
I'm totally with it.
Oh my God! Yes, I know a couple of camera people that will want to go.
Yeah?
Yes.
Let's go. I'm down. Let's do it.
Sounds good to me. What about the Actors Project NYC? Is that something that different? The Actors Project, that you're a cast member of this?
That was a organization that was during the beginning of my career, where it was
Okay.
an organization. We did classes and rehearsals.
Right.
And at the end of the, let's say, semester, so to
Right,
speak.
right. You had to perform a
They
piece
would
of
perform
work.
a piece of work in front of like industry guests.
Oh, that's cool.
I did that once.
Yeah.
You know.
But that also is a good experience.
Any
to
type
do.
of exposure is really great for you,
Yes.
especially in the industry that we're in.
Yeah. Speak about exposure. How much exposing would you do for a film without embarrassing, and making your mother's face red?
None.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Even if the scene calls for it? Maybe like a tush shot? No frontal?
No frontal.
No frontal.
No frontal.
No.
Absolutely
No.
not.
I would consider something from the waist up, if it was necessary. Do you know what I'm
Are
saying?
we talking about a lead role in the
Well,
film?
we're talking
Like a
lead role,
life-changing
major
film?
money. Yes, that's what we're talking. Because that's the only way I would do it.
I personally don't believe
Right.
to expose my body to
Right,
get work.
right. No, I don't either.
But if,
No, just to do it to do it.
Tush
No,
is fine.
no.
But like to do it, like I've gotten auditions where it's required. Like, and I tell my man, I'm not interested.
Right,
Thank
right,
you,
right,
for
right,
the opportunity,
right.
but
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not.
yeah. Yeah, no, there was something I came across too, but I felt it was not necessary.
Yeah.
It just didn't make sense to me, and I said no.
So you have to be comfortable to do it.
Yes.
If you're not
Yes.
comfortable, you'll never be able to embody the role.
Correct. Yeah, I agree.
What's
I
the
agree.
sense of doing it?
No. I get it. I totally get it. So, what are you working on right now? Is there anything that either you're auditioning for or you're going to get ready to film?
I've been fortunate enough and blessed that I audition frequently,
Yeah,
and my managers
that's
are
good.
incredible. She's great.
Now, is she in New York? Because I
She's
know
not.
a lot
She's-
of people have managers like in Texas and Florida and, all over
The
actually the
office
country.
is in Los Angeles.
LA,
Creative
uh-huh.
artists.
Okay.
It's in Los Angeles, and they get the boards for New York, LA, Atlanta, Toronto.
Now, for
all
those
the-
watching who do not have an agent or / manager, do you reach out to people and send them your information, a reel, a headshot, or?
Personally, the
Yeah.
best way that I found most effective to get an
Yes.
agent is getting in front of them, taking
Okay.
workshops, getting in front of them because they get to see your work.
Right.
Same thing with casting directors. Getting in front of them, building a relationship, having them see what you can bring to the table.
Yeah.
Also, in Actors Access, they have something called Talent Link,
Okay.
where they pay a small fee,
Right.
$35.
Yep.
And they put your profile on blast, and they let all representation, whether it's managers, agents, know that you're looking for representation.
right,
That's how
right.
I got my rep.
That's awesome.
Through Talent
Through
Link.
the Talent
To
Link.
Talent Link.
I didn't
using
know that
Actors
they
Access.
even had that. I'm on
Yeah,
Actors
absolutely, yeah.
Access. I'm going to have to do that.
Sometimes it's usually hidden in the breakdown.
Oh, interesting.
That's a good way of getting an agent. But you also have all your ducks in order. You have to have, reels and your.
Well, that's the whole
Your
thing.
resume,
I
you
mean,
have
in
to-
myself, I know I need an updated headshot because I lost a lot of weight from that picture. My hair is a little shorter, and I'm trying to put together a reel, which is not the easiest thing to do. And I've talked about this on the show because you're trying to get your work from the people who have it in order to put it together.
Right.
And it's not always easy to get.
It's not always easy to get.
No.
Because of what you just said, I would highly recommend even getting an iPhone, shooting yourself for like 20 seconds or
Right.
whatever
Or
it is,
just
30
write
seconds.
something,
Write
and
something.
do it with someone else. And
These cameras, they shoot phenomenal.
Yeah.
The quality is great. So,
Yeah.
let's say someone who's first starting off doesn't have any, any
Nothing.
acting experience or any
Right.
credentials.
Yeah.
Shoot, a couple of scenes, 30 seconds each. You in a suit.
Right.
You as a cop.
No, it's a good idea. It's a good idea because I know people out there, even a couple of friends approach me saying, I really like to take the acting more seriously and get into acting, and it's really good advice. So, I appreciate you putting it out
Rather
there.
than people spending tons of money for footage that you shouldn't be spending money to create a reel.
Right.
That's a mistake a lot of people make. It's because of misinformation. Just shoot with an iPhone.
And a reel should only be like, 2 minutes or less, right?
Max 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Preferably a minute.
Okay.
They don't have time to look through all of it.
Okay. And I have to say another thing. Your headshots are amazing.
Thank you.
I don't know who does your headshots. I don't know if you want to.
Various. I had James Sicone did a couple of them.
Okay, all right.
Leslie Hassler did another one, couple of them.
Yeah. They're amazing.
Thank you.
One is better than the other.
Thank
They're
you so
all,
much.
No, they're
Thanks.
all great. They really are.
Appreciate that.
It's really good. I mean, and for I think I know I don't want to be biased, but I think for a man, it's easier to keep a certain look. You know, like you don't change like your hairstyle too much. Or
If I didn't put your product, my hair looks like a mop.
well, you have naturally,
I have a, you know,
you have
afro.
naturally curly hair.
Yes.
So do I. So this is
Right.
this is blown
So
out.
when you don't straighten it
But
out, it's all.
actually, when you saw me on Tuesday, when they set my, Thursday,
That's-
when they set my hair. I mean, my hair's not as curly as they made it, but it's close to it. You know, got that natural wave, that
nice,
natural
though,
curl.
curly.
Thank you. That natural curl, that natural wave. You know, but I think men don't have to change their headshots quite as frequently as women. You know,
The bottom line is your headshot
as
has
long
to look
as you
like
look,
you.
yeah, that's the
When
bottom
you walk
line.
in
It
that
looks like
room,
you.
That headshot should resemble the
That's
person
the
that they
whole.
called
That's
in.
the whole thing. Because the thing is that look, I could go to my hairdresser and she could blow out my hair and it could look great, but I can't do it the same way the next day.
No, are you
right?
kidding me?
So
No.
I have to take it, the
Yeah.
headshot, the way I do my own
Absolutely.
hair. You know,
Absolutely.
So,
The last thing you want is walking into a casting office
and they're
then,
like, "Who are you?"
Who are you? Like, this is not who we
Yeah,
called in.
we called in a brunette and you're blonde, or
That's a big red flag.
you know that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, listen, we're going to take my last break. Right, Bobby? We got a last break? Yep, we're going to take a last break. But when we come back, we're going to give some personal information out with Domenico. So you might want that. Stay right there. So where do you want to go tonight?
Why don't we go to Coasters?
Oh, cool. I heard it's a great place. Let's check it out.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Oh my God.
Coasters Tavern is located at 487 New Bridge Road in East Meadow. Their number's 516-557-2222.
The Suki and Scott Show.
This is one of the funnest shows I've ever done.
Lady, when you're with me, I'm smiling.
It's musical. It's magical.
This is a sexy show. Someone's getting some action.
Now, these larger-than-life personalities are on an exciting new journey. The Suki and Scott Show is your one-stop destination for humor,
You like De Niro and Cape Fear. Counselor!
entertainment,
Jesse's girl.
Wonderful.
Can you paint with all the colors of the wind?
and optimism.
You guys have such amazing energy.
Let's laugh together.
I love him.
The Suki and Scott Show.
Doc, who's the best comedian you know?
Teresa Farrow.
And who's the best actress you know?
Teresa Farrow.
And who's the best cast member in Bad Boys?
Teresa Farrow.
Who's got the best radio?
Teresa Farrow.
Doc, who's your favorite Jimmy?
Teresa Farrow.
Who are you loving right now?
Teresa Farrow.
All right, Doc, I love you too, baby.
Love you as always.
Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Tea Time. Thank you, my friend, Doc Gooden. I'm hoping to have him back on my show. Hi, Tom. Thank you for watching. Thank you, everyone, for watching the show. I appreciate it. Please like it. Please share it. Tell your friends about Tea Time and all these fabulous guests I have on every week. And I'm with Domenico Del Giaco, and he is a fabulous actor. He's a friend of mine. We have a lot of mutual friends. Hopefully, God willing, one day we'll work together, and I'm sure we will, because I mentioned Benton Nurse Boys, too, and I want to see if Ralph, I don't know if Ralph is watching, but if he's not, he'll be watching this on a rerun. But basically, we have 5 minutes left. I know you were worried about 55 minutes, but this goes fast, doesn't it?
Very fast.
And I want people to follow you, not stalk him, but I just want you to know what he's doing and where he's doing it. So you're on Facebook.
I'm on Facebook. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Domenico.Del Giaco.
Yes.
And my Facebook's Domenico Del Giaco.
Yes.
I have
And
both
Twitter,
my personal
right.
page and professional page. I'm
Yes.
also on Twitter. So
Yes.
if you want to add me on there.
And Bobby, are there any pictures we didn't throw up that we could throw up? Because I don't, that sounds horrible, throw up. Put Up.
There you go.
There you. What set was that?
That was the Italian. That's when
That
I
was
did
the detective.
Confess Fletch. That was the.
So that's
feature
when you
film.
worked with
I worked with the director
John
Greg.
Hamm.
John Hamm, and
Yeah.
directed by Greg Motola.
Wow.
So it was a.
Oh, there's
and
Ray.
that was last year with Ray Romano on set. I was a groomsman there.
You were a groomsman, and what was the name of that?
It's
Do you
in
remember?
pre-production.
Oh, it's in pre. Okay.
It's in pre-production.
All right. We won't talk about it. But Deborah Toscano was in that, and she was very happy about that. And so that must have been fun because I heard Ray.
That
I mean,
was
I
so
never
much
got
fun.
to meet Ray, work with him, but I heard he's fabulous.
He's such.
Yeah, he's from Forest Hills, you know.
It's amazing.
He's a
He's
Queens
Italian.
boy.
He's one of us, you know.
I
And to work with him and to
I know. Isn't that great?
It's awesome. It was really good.
Yeah.
I got to
Another
set
fun
that day,
set, right?
and he chose me to be the douchebag boyfriend of one of the girls that was part of the wedding party.
Yeah.
So, and at the end, he had beautiful words to exchange with me, you know.
Yeah.
He even texted me and thanked me, you know. It was a pleasure working with you. Yeah, what a
nice.
gentleman, to say the least. Nice guy.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, all these people that you work with, you come across, they're all inspirations. It's all part of our journey, you know.
Yeah, it's true.
From Ed to Ray to John Hamm to all
Yeah.
everybody. They
It's
teach you
great.
things. And I'm just completely blessed because 5 years ago I'd always dream about, you know, being an actor and working, and now I'm actually, you know, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Just don't give up.
No, it can be. It's a very fickle industry, and it can be extremely frustrating. And you know, I had nailed an audition. I had to be like almost like a mommy dearest and freak out when my daughter breaks a vase, and it was really good. And they actually called me, but I wasn't the right height.
Oh.
I was too short, and I know I'm vertically challenged at 5'2", but I was like, but I wear heels. I could be 5'5". You know, I mean, I don't know how tall they wanted me to be, but it just didn't work out. And this is the, you know, the industry. This is how crazy and cuckoo
Unfortunately, you're right.
it can be. Because to me, it's about can you act,
The only
and then
thing-
put me on a box, put me on a crate. You know?
They put you on the crate.
Put me on something.
The only thing we can do is give our best and have
That's
fun.
it.
Have
That's
fun with it.
That's it. That's
And,
it.
you know, there's some things we won't have control. That's one of them.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because it depend. I've gotten pinned so many times, and
Yeah.
they end up going with a guy who's taller or a different
Right,
ethnicity.
right,
These are certain things we have no control of.
Yeah.
Have fun, enjoy it, and just
Yeah.
let go.
Yeah. What would your dream role be? Like, what would your dream role be?
A dream role?
Yeah.
I always said this. I want to be the next face of Italian in Hollywood.
Uh-huh.
Landing a role of like an Italian immigrant coming to America in the 1930s and 20s, or
yeah.
even like 40s, filming in Italy. You know, I want to be an international actor, not
Yeah.
just in the States.
Yeah,
I want
yeah.
to film in Italy.
Lovely. We're going to.
We're going to.
We
We're
are.
going to, baby.
Oh, we
It's
so
just
are.
manifest it. And
Oh, yeah.
You
It's
shall
happening.
receive. You shall
it's
receive.
so going to happen.
Just being a lead in a film or a series,
Yeah,
whether it be like
yeah.
a detective in a TV series,
Right.
or an Italian guy, not necessarily mobster. If it happens to be a mobster, great. But just being a lead in the film, carrying
Yeah.
the film. I always dream and manifest that, to carry a film, have everyone on your shoulders, you know,
Right,
because
right,
without
right.
you, they can't do it.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of work and dedication and
absolutely.
perseverance and just keep
Yeah.
moving forward.
Well, you definitely have what it takes.
Thank you.
And I'm really, really thrilled that you know, because we talked about you coming on the show, but we didn't think it was going to be this soon.
Right, it was like
And it worked out beautifully.
Yeah.
So, you know, I want to thank you again, Domenico,
you,
for doing
Teresa,
this
for
for
having
me.
me.
I want to thank everyone for watching Tea Time, supporting me, and watching the show, telling everyone about it. I really do appreciate it. And I want to thank everyone again for tuning in. And that's it. So stay safe. Love the people you love. Tell the people you love them. Call somebody. Tell them you love them, you miss them. It's so important. This time here is so short, so fast. I thank you, everyone, for watching Tea Time. All right, take care, everyone. See you next week. Ciao, everybody. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.